Hello everyone, happy Valentine's Day. I know it's not Valentine's Day while you're watching this, but it's Valentine's Day for me, and we were given a lovely gift today. So it doesn't matter if you're single or if you're in a relationship with someone, you did get a Valentine's Day gift, okay? And that Valentine's Day gift was episode 1 of Experiment 22 by my good friend TigerEyesFilms. She's been working on this project for a really long time, and I'm really excited to sit down and finally watch it. Not only is this video going to be a reaction video, but I'm also going to kind of go over some film critique things. She said it was okay, but knowing that she's also a film student, I thought it would be really fun and helpful. Again, none of this is meant to be malicious. This is 100% just meant to help you. I don't do it without the creator's permission. Another thing is, just because I'm a film student doesn't mean I know everything. So, here we go. Ooh. I recognize this music. Alrighty, this is a really nice pan, and it's obviously done in camera. This is not an edited pan.
Levels in the simulation.
Is that like a dolly? If that's a dolly, then props already. That's some nice camera work.
Let's send them in.
I heard butt cinnamon. Hold on.
Let's send them in.
It's a nice walk sound. It's different than the one you hear all the time.
Let's see how this plays out.
Yo, what? Whoa! So, I totally forgot that this was a sci-fi series. It makes sense because Experiment 22, that's a more sci-fi sounding sound series. So the first scene was really great in terms of the cinematography. That was probably the biggest, like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. The weakest thing, I think, was probably just the sound. The music was just a little loud, and that could be, you know, because I'm wearing headphones and not a speaker. It could sound completely different. The music was just a little loud, and the different characters had different tones. But just leveling that out would really help in terms of, you know, hearing who's saying what and not having to constantly adjust volume. 5 years later. Cool. So we're in the simulation at this point. The pan was a little weird. I will say that pan, I don't know what that was. It was a little fast. The color in your Marwari is so nice.
Even if we're the only horses here. Yeah, I suppose you're right.
You're not the only horses here, surprise!
God! June, why do you always do that?
Yeah, I'd be pretty annoyed if a little foal just came up and like...
You used the element of surprise on him.
No, she didn't. She just got me when I wasn't alert.
As if. Good sir, I think that might be the definition of what surprise is. You have really nice colors. Like, really nice. Did you color correct? Like, I can't tell if this is color corrected or if this is just in the camera. Because my camera film's very flat, so I have to color correct everything. This has really, really, really rich colors. Me. Pacing in fear. So, I know I mentioned a lot of stuff in the reaction, but I'm going to kind of go a little bit more in depth on that. I'm going to start off with your strongest skills, and that is 100% most definitely your cinematography. I don't know if you color balance these again, that was something I brought up, but you had really, really, really nice color balance. So whatever settings you're using on your camera or whatever color grading you're doing, honey, keep doing it. It looks fantastic. Your shots also flow really well together. I think there were only a couple of spots where the pacing was a little odd, and it was all in the second scene. So specifically what I was noticing in the second scene was, again, that pan was a little fast, a little abrupt. It happened again in the scene afterwards. I would recommend having a slower pan or introducing your pans immediately as the scene or the shot starts. Something I was noticing about those pans that were obviously done in post is that they wouldn't start at the beginning of the shot. They would start maybe halfway or a couple of seconds in. And that was just kind of jarring and abrupt, and it didn't feel organic like your dolly shots did in the very opening. The second thing I noticed about the pacing in the second scene was the close-ups on their ears. We weren't really given much time to sit and actually recognize, oh, they're listening to something. I obviously was able to catch on to what they were doing, but it was really fast, really abrupt. Somebody who's not paying attention is not going to catch that. The next thing I would say is just be aware of your audio levels. Really, those were the only two issues I saw. In terms of the story itself, I really don't know enough about it to say whether it's working for me or not. I think right now, it's definitely working. I think you introduced it well. In terms of, you know, being boring or not having enough action, it felt like a prologue episode almost. We're being introduced to, okay, there's this experiment, and okay, here are the characters that's inside it. It's not really 100% bam, the plot has hit us yet. And I think you approached that effectively. I wasn't bored. I didn't want to click out. And I think a lot of that was, again, because your cinematography was so pretty, it made me want to keep watching. If you guys are not subscribed to TigerEyesFilms, please go subscribe to her. She is incredibly talented and she works so incredibly hard on her films. And it's just really cool to see all the hard work that's gone into this and the direction that it's gone in. I think this is going to be a lot different than the medieval films that we've seen. It seems like it's definitely 100% more sci-fi based. So if you are somebody who really likes sci-fi and you're tired of the medieval films and maybe you're not watching Model Horse stuff because they're all medieval, this is probably going to be something that you should keep an eye on. Super proud, super impressed. I love it. Other than that, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know when I'll have another video because, you know, I'm I'm doing a lot of stuff, but I 100% do try my hardest to keep up with the community and see what's happening. So, see you guys next time. Bye bye.